Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Good? Bad? No comments?
Good. Amazing.
Good?
Ready.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good news, we have only 2 sections. That's it. And then you'll be done with the syllabus. Yay. Bad news, you already know your exam will be on December 4th. So 2 weeks from today. Next week we have class on Tuesday. And then there is no class on Thursday. When you come back after Thanksgiving, we're going to have a review on Tuesday, and your exam will be on Thursday. Final exam will be on 16th, December 16th, Tuesday, 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay. And for the next exam, you need to have your calculator. So make sure you have a calculator that you know how to use. Scientific calculator, no graphing calculator. And today we will do chapter 13. So we are going to, from chapter 13, there will be only 2 sections, 13.1 circle and 13.3 solving nonlinear equation, system of nonlinear equations. Only 2 more topics, not topics, 2 more sections. I know. Today we'll do fun stuff. We are going to talk about circle. Unfortunately, we're not going to find the area of the circle. Area of the circle is like geometry. So here we are going to convert one form of the circle into another form. We are going to find center, radius, and then another thing, center, radius, domain, range. And then there is new concept called tangent line. We're going to learn about tangent line. And that's all about section 13.1. Any question before we start? Any comments? Nothing? Okay, let's start having our fun. The entire circle thingy, what do you call them? Like the boundary of the circle? Circumference. Circumference. Now the dot you have exactly in the middle. What's the name of that thingy? Center. The distance between center and the circumference. It's radius. And the distance between one point of the circumference to another point of the circumference that goes through the center. That's the diameter. So radius is half of the diameter. No, there's a new concept. When you try to draw a line that is perpendicular to the radius and goes through only one point of the circumference, you have a new concept. This line is called tangent line. Tangent line. Any tangent line is perpendicular to the radius. Okay, so that's all you have to know about this circle. Circumference is the boundary. The middle dot is the center. The distance between center and to circumference, any point of the circumference is the radius. And if you draw a line at the end of the radius that touching the circumference is called tangent line. Now, the circle has 2 ways of writing it. The 2 formats of circle. One form is a general form. The other form is standard form. In general form, we write out everything in expanded version. Good news, there is no good news here. Bad news, in the general form, we don't see what is our center or how much is our radius. So we have no information at all in general form about the circle. That's why mathematician invented a new format called standard form, where just by looking at the standard form, we know where our center is and we know how much is our radius. So in standard form, we write down h minus x minus h inside one perfect square, and you always have to add y minus k inside another perfect square equals a right side. The right side is the radius square. So how do you know where is the center? The center is h is the x value, k is the y value. If you put them together, that's the location of your center. And how do you know how much is the radius? Whatever we have on the right side of the equal sign, take the square root of it, that's the radius. So without doing any math visibly, just by observing the form, we already know everything about the center, about everything about the circle, where the center and how big is the circle. Radius comes from taking the square root of the right side of the equal sign. We are going to learn how can you convert this into that. It's not minus c, because minus c square, no, it's not minus c. It's minus c plus something extra. Okay. So one thing is that in standard form, we must have minus inside in general, in normal standard form. But if the signs are positive, so when you look for the center, you have to take the opposite sign. For example, if you have a circle, let's say x minus 5 squared plus you have y plus 1 squared equals, let's say, 13, suppose, then your center would be the opposite of -5 and opposite of +1. So it's +5, -1. You have to take the opposite sign for the center. And your radius will be whatever you have on this side, that square root. Sometimes the square root of that number will be reducible. Sometimes we cannot do anything on that. So just leave it alone. If it was 16, it will become 4. But for 13, we cannot reduce. Okay. Now let's do some exercise. We have x minus 2 whole thing square plus y plus 7 whole thing square equals 36. In this circle, what is our center? Yeah, 2, -7. So opposite sign from both inside. And how much is the radius? 6. From here, you take the square root of 36, and it's reducible, so whole number 6. So what does it mean? It means we have x, y, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Actually, let me draw a little bit up. So we have center at 1, 2, x value, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -7 here. So this is our center. Oh man. Sorry. I need more space. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, -7 is our center. And radius is 6 units. So you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you go 6 all direction from the center. And then you draw your circle from here to here to here to here. Okay, let me change here. Let me change this too. Okay. So this is, we can already see just by observing our center and radius how big the circle is. Now from here, we can find out the domain. Means what's the smallest x value to what's the largest x value. So in this circle, what is the smallest x value we have? -4. What's the largest x value we have? 8. Because this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's from -4 to 8. -4 is here and +8 is here. And how about the range? -13 is here. And what's the highest one? -1 is here. If you don't want to draw your circle, you can still find the domain and range. To find the domain, it's h plus minus radius. And to find the range, it's k plus minus the radius. What does it mean? It means in our case, this is our h and this is our k. So h is 2, so you do 2 minus radius, 2 plus radius. Our k is -7, so -7 plus the radius, -7 minus the radius. So what is 2 minus 6? -4, and 2 plus 6, 8. See, same as this one. Huh? If you don't want to use the circle, but you want to find the domain in range, you don't have to draw the circle. The domain is the h value of your circle of the center plus and minus the radius. So this center has two numbers, h and k. H is the x value, k is the y value. So here we have h, k. H means x, k means y. So to find the domain, you take the x value of the circle, subtract your radius, that's the lower limit, add the radius, that's the upper limit of the domain. To find the range, you take the y value of the center, which is k. You subtract the radius, or it's the other way around. You subtract the radius and you add the radius. That's your range. So -7 minus 6 is, and -7 plus 6, -1, which is same as this one. The domain is the x value of the center plus minus radius. Range is the y value of the center plus minus radius. The minus radius going to give you the lower limit, plus radius going to give you the upper limit for both domain and range. This is H. So in the exam, I'm going to give one question of this, like this. You have to find the center, find the radius, domain, range, and graph it. So 5 things. And one more thing, actually, I'm going to give the expanded version. You're going to first convert it into standard form and then do all of this. So 6 things. Any question? Now in the next example on the left page, we have x squared plus y squared equals 4. So what's the center of the circle now? 0, 0. Good job. When you don't have any number next to your x and y, that means you have 0, 0 there. So this thing can be written as x plus x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 4. So that tells us 0 and 0 is our center. And how much is the radius? 2. It's the square root of 4. So if you don't have anything, it's always at the center, sorry, at the origin. And if you do have a number, that means your center is somewhere not at the origin. Okay. So how about the domain here? What would be the domain for this circle? Negative 2 to positive 2. And range? Negative 2, positive 2. If you're not sure why, do any of you want cough candy? Cough candy, cough. Cough, cough. Mecano. I bought a big one, and then I refill my smaller one into the smaller packet. I always carry them because I always get cough. I have a cough allergy, like my throat allergy. Anytime I get something dusty, or when I'm in a crowded place, or when I'm in a tight place, I start coughing. Okay, now the other way around. They give you the center and radius, find the equation of the circle in standard form. Are talking about the domain range? First, you tell me the equation of the circle. So what's the equation?
Plus B squared plus Y equals 4 squared.
Y minus 4 square equals 4. So you take the negative, turn into positive, because the opposite. The positive 4 turns into negative 4. And this 4 is 2 is the square. So what's the domain? Shahida, domain. -5 to -1. So it's -3 plus 2. So -2 minus 2. And -3 plus 2. Would like to try range? It doesn't matter. You always have to start with a small one, from small to large. Who would like to try the range? Nihan. 4 minus 2 and 4 plus 2. So we have 2 to 6. Perfect. Any question on this? So now we are going to learn how do you convert one format to another format. To convert one format to another format, we're going to use complete the square, and we're going to do it twice. Once for the X and once for the Y. So to complete the square, we're going to take the X terms next to one another, and we're going to put the Y terms next to one another. And we don't need the number, the constant, so we bring it to the other side. Not radius yet. Not really.
What? If we change it to a freezing, will be about the same.
That 11 is nothing yet, but it will turn into radius square when you complete the square. So for now, it's circumference. Probably not. It's not circumference. We will see. If it's half of what we have for the radius, then it's. But this is not radius, definitely. It will be radius once you complete the square. So how do you complete the square? You take X, and then we take half of that. Whatever we have in your coefficient for the X term or the Y term, you take half of the amount. That goes here. And then you always subtract this quantity square. That's how you complete the square. Take half of the B. So you have ax squared plus bx. It's x plus half of b inside the square. And you always have to subtract that half of b squared from the outside of your square. And then we always have a plus sign between x term and y term. And you complete the square for y. So do the same thing. Y something square, and we're going to subtract. So what goes inside next to the y? 4. This is half. So 4 goes here, and we need to subtract positive 4 square. And we have our 11, the lonely 11 on the other side. So we get x minus 3 square minus 9 plus y plus 4 square minus 16 equals 11. Now, what is our radius? Is when you add all these numbers next to the 11, what you get, that's the radius square. So it's not 11, it's 16. So we get x minus 3 square plus y plus 4 square. And after adding all these 9 plus 11 plus 16, 6. So this is the standard form. And we love the standard form because we know what is our center. What is our center? 3, negative 4. And we also know how much is our radius. And using these two information, we know what is our domain and range. What is our domain? Remember, domain comes from here. So 3 minus 6, 3 plus 6, and how much? Negative 3 to 9. And it's a bracket because we don't have a hole in our circle. If we don't have a hole, it's a bracket. And range comes from here. Negative 4 minus 6, negative 4 plus. So what is our range? Negative 10, positive 2. See how good this format is? It tells us everything about the circle. Where the general form tells us nothing. We don't even know what is 11. So 11 and 36, they're completely unrelated. So good, 11 is not the radius or the diameter. It's nothing. So what is this constant? I wonder. It has to be something about the circle. But what is this? Okay, so this is the final exam question, okay? In the final exam, you'll have at least one of these. Yeah, the answer is here, but don't look at the answer now. First, convert the general form into standard form. Find the center, radius, domain, range. So from here, there will be one question in the final exam. First, you're going to convert into standard form. So convert into standard form into complete the square. In the final exam, if they just ask for the center and radius, then you don't even have to complete the square. But it's for only the final exam, not for in-class exam. In-class exam, I'm going to ask all 5 things. What is the equation in standard form? What's the domain? What's the range? What's the center? What's the radius? Ready? So what did you do first group?
I did I formatted it like this. I'll put x squared minus 2x. Y squared plus 1. And then on the x side, I divided b plus c, and I got x minus 1 squared in parentheses. Minus x minus 1 squared. And then the next that would be plus y plus 3 squared equals 2 minus positive 3 equals 2. That's where equals 3. Simplify the numbers into 1 and 9, and then add that to 3.
It's -1 y plus 3 square minus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 so x minus 1 square y plus 3 square equals 13. So what's the center? 1, -3. Oh, for center is a point. So since it's a point, it's parentheses. Center is a point. But domain and range is bracket. How much is radius? Square root of 13. How about the domain? Who would like to try the domain? Go ahead, Ronald.
1 minus
+1.
1 minus
1 minus radical 13 is the lower limit.
1 plus 6.
Is the whole limit. Perfect. And the range? -3. -3 minus 13 and -3 plus 13. Good job. Any question on this? No. Okay, now the last concept, tangent line. So a tangent line to a circle at a point P on its circumference is the line perpendicular to its radius at the point P. So example, they have a circle x squared plus y squared equals 25. So center is at the origin. And how much is our radius? 5 units. They are saying, look at the point 2, 4. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be here on the circumference. The picture is not accurate enough. So this is the point 2, 4. So if you draw the radius from center to the point 2, 4, this is our radius, which is 5 units. Now they're saying, draw a line here which is perpendicular to your radius. And that line is tangent. If it's not perpendicular, then it's not tangent. In order to be tangent, the radius and that line have to be perpendicular. So they intersect with a 90-degree angle. Okay. Now they're asking, what's the equation of this green tangent line? That is our assignment. What's the equation? Now, to do this, we are going to use the knowledge about perpendicular lines. What type of slope perpendicular lines have? What type of slope? Negative reciprocal. So perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. It means if one line has 2, what's the slope of that perpendicular line? Negative 1/2. And if one line has slope 2/3, negative 3/2. So to change the sign, and you have to flip the number. That's the characteristic of perpendicular lines. So what you're going to do is this. First, we're going to find what the slope of the radius. If you know the slope of the radius, you know the slope of the tangent line. It's negative reciprocal. So that tangent line has a slope negative reciprocal of the radius, plus it goes to this point. That means we can find the equation of the line. To find the equation of the line, we just need slope and 1 point. Okay? So the question is, how do you find the slope of the radius? Slope of radius. Rise over line.
4 minus 0
Mm-hmm.
over
Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1, which is 4 minus 0 divided by 2 minus 0, which is 4/2, which is 2. Or you can do a shortcut. If your circle is at the center, you can use the shortcut. The shortcut says it's y over x. Shortcut to find slope of radius if the center is at the origin. It's y over x. So this is your x, this is your y. All you have to do is do y over x. That's the slope of the radius. But this shortcut is true only for center at the origin. If the center is not at the origin, then you cannot use the shortcut. So once you have the slope of the radius, is 2, that tells us what's the slope of tangent line. -1/2. So it's negative reciprocal. And that tangent line goes through the point. Tangent line has point 2, 4. So this is x1, this is y1 for the tangent line. Now, equation of any line. What's the equation of any line? Or y minus y1, slope x minus x1. Either one of them is fine. So y minus what for the tangent line? 4. What's the slope of the tangent line? No, tangent line. -1/2 x minus 2. In the final exam, this will be multiple choice and the format will be y equals mx plus b. That means you need to solve for y from here. If you see this already in the multiple choice, you stop. You don't have to do anything. But if you don't see this option, that means you have to convert into y equals mx plus b. So we get y minus 4. When you distribute the 1/2, you get -1/2 x, -1/2 of -2. So what is -1/2 of -2? Plus. And what is our last step now? Add the 4. So y equals -1/2 x plus 5. So step 1, find the radius, slope of the radius. Use that to find the slope of the tangent line, and then start writing the equation. That's all. And again, this is our second final exam question. So here, 2 questions comes in the final exam. Sometimes they give one, sometimes they give both. But definitely one of these 2 will be in the final exam. Any question on this? Okay, then you go ahead and try one. Instead of slope, let me actually use this. Cut. Find the equation. Exactly. How come he's not here yet?
Let's text him right now.
Go ahead. And ask him why is he?
Just got it.
By whom?
By what? Yeah, my report book.
Oh, I have 2 of them, so try both.
My expense.
Where are you coming from? Brooklyn?
My preferred book route. You come from Facebook, that.
So let me take the attendance.
There's no way for me. I would look at me for me.
Today is what day? 11/20. Krish here, Jack here, Eliza here, Karen here, Alana here, Maria not here, Daisy not here, Justine here, Karchun here, Alira here, Hiba, Shahida here, Marlene, Marlene not here. Cairo, where is Cairo? Sure. Ask him, is he coming? Jiajun, not here. Valerie, here. Yeri, not here. Amar, not here yet. Amen, not here. Nihan, here. Ingrid, here. Sophia, here. Antonella, here. Ronald, here. Good, here. Bunny, here. Zahib, not here. Terrence.
No, I mean, that's what do we do? The quiz. The quiz. The quiz. You're missing the quiz, but hurry up, got 5 minutes. He said she goes in there at 12 or 11, I mean.
Yo, where are my AirPods? I think I'm Yo,
Guys, try this too.
We're trying. Is it you?
Yes.
What do we do with the big box?
Chill.
Like a one maybe outside. And I know what it is. That's the problem. 9 and alright, so we just find okay. Well, you know, we're gonna we're gonna find 10. Are you trying to book 9? Negative over 9. And then 9 plus negative over 4. We have hands to slope, right? Negative over 9. Wait, why didn't you put it into like the slope over here? I mean, over right. Because we have the
Because inside the circle, inside the circle is half of it, the radius and diameter. The tangent line is one outside, it's always perpendicular to the line. You solve that, so you see how she did. Yeah, it's way too, yeah, it's way too, right?
Negative of what's outside. Negative. Reciprocal.
So basically, you don't even need a three equation, which is divide 9 by 2.
I combine it.
Yeah, you got it. No, we're not on the right again.
Good. Sure. So, yeah, that's okay. Fine. A lot of students in the phone. What if you phone, right?
It's the landing. Great. No,
And then parentheses. X minus X.
Just put the one under.
I think it's just, it's way too many, way more.
Who is calling me?
Wait, these are both negative. The other one's not, so you get 2. So it doesn't want why. It's on, I'm on. Wait, but there's
So the tilted line will be.
Yeah, that goes into the slope, right?
But it's not-
Yeah, of the- of the-
Yeah, I know that, I saw that, and then I think.
No, that was good. That was good.
And
Right.
the first question was, you know how it's like, why?
So these are both negatives, right?
It's actual line.
Because
They
they're
all come to nine.
They're both what you think about that. Regardless.
So your equation is wrong, it's not mx plus that, m times x
Or
minus
if
x.
this is like, you know what I'm saying, right? So if you're multiplying this.
Oh, no, no, it's not that.
Yeah, but it's wrong. M times x minus x one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Four, so-
And what are you asking me?
I'm asking about whether they give us actual. Isn't it the first step is the y2 minus y?
So this is your,
The number we give us 2.9, right? Who is the actual, minus the, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, that-
Who the actual number and the y, right? Where?
Yeah, you're just adding the nine.
it doesn't matter.
What
You just actually split the position and you get the same result. Zero minus nine and
So
zero
this
minus.
becomes, like, it's one for that. So, that's the same thing. We did this for the.
Here, about five.
And then the little green tab is all.
Here.
Hey, back. Hey, back.
From last time.
You copy them. Nah.
No, then now.
Nah.
With the new down? Word for word, bar for bar, yo. That's crazy. You got it, fully automatic. No, no, no.
Nah, I got the crib.
What is subtract?
Fish. Yeah.
Nah.
Now. Given the circle.
Just say that. So let's see if we can kind of.
Minus five.
So, what do we do with the A star? What do we want to think of the A star?
Five.
See what is there.
So what is it?
No, is that right? Because. The 85, this is 85, I'm saying, yeah. Does that mean something or? I don't know. Wait, 9 times solve the formula, which how late, right? And then we got, this is how it is. So like, does it mean something, right? Or just have it, we gave it by. How did we get 85? Well,
Wait, hold on. It says -9, but y'all divide it.
how do we divide?
Where'd y'all add?
So if we add 9 before we're 9. Oh, because you have to multiply 9 times 9 with the way. Yeah, you have to get the symbol again, it's one. So, yeah. Yeah. Buddy.
This is the.
Buddy.
You see, baby.
So,
What is it here?
Negative 2 or 9. Oh, you put it full enough. Yeah, but you got super, negative 1/3.
yeah, the thing is. What did you tell me? You just told me 209 is 131.
85.
Yeah,
So you messed up the number.
Yeah, so, wait, he's bugging, he's bugging.
Yo,
That's it.
divide 9 by.
But why does it matter?
Yeah.
What is because look at the time. Whatever is the.
Sorry.
You might
Sure,
do
bro.
the.
Cairo.
Oh, you missed, you 5 minutes late, bro.
Where's the quiz, bro?
165.
Yeah.
Let's see why. It's small
Just
things.
messed it up.
If you couple of that, you know, why don't you speak to that?
Look how long the quiz was, bro.
Then 169. Okay, we're going to do our speed run for this.
Oh, you're happy, it's all problem. So it's a lot. So I get it memorized.
Very serious.
Oh, the third one.
So you missed 2 months. We don't want to.
All right, first one. So, we're doing,
Okay, we're still together. And I'm going to also show you something cool. For the second one. For the first one. First, you need to find the slope of the radius. What's the slope of the radius? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So one of the point is 0, 0. The other point is 2, 9 for radius. So 9 minus 0 divided by 2 minus 0, that gives us 9.5. 9.5. That tells us what's the slope of the tangent line. Negative what? 2/9. So you just flip and change the sign. And this has 0.29, which is x1, y1. So we write equation of tangent line. M times x minus x1. So y minus y minus 9, negative 2 9s, x minus 2. And then you distribute the negative 2 9x, negative 2 9 times negative 2. So when you multiply a fraction with a non-fraction, you just multiply the numerators. You have invisible one here. So let me get it. We have y minus 9, negative 2 9x, positive 4/9. And lastly, what do we do? Add 9 on both sides. So we get y equals negative 2/9x. And here we have 1 below 9, but we want to have the same denominator. So we multiply by 9. So we get plus 4 plus 81. That gives us y equals negative 2/9x plus 85/9. Now let me show you something cool. Cool shortcut. What is this cool shortcut? First, you find the slope of the radius. Slope of the radius is y/x. So we have 9/2. That tells us slope of the tangent line, which is negative 2 9. Now, for the y-intercept, you actually don't need to find all the y-intercepts. Y-intercept of the tangent line. Do you know what's the y-intercept of the tangent line? It's the radius square divided by y. See here, this is our radius square, right? So we have 85, and our y value is this. So we got 9. So that's the trick. Y-intercept is the radius square over 9. In the final exam, if you don't have time, you can use the shortcut. I know it is cheating. It's shortcut. Whatever we have here, this is radius square. So you take this number and you divide that by the y value. No, we don't square anything. This thing is radius square, which is this number on the right side of the equal sign. So radius square, and this y value is here. The point they gave us x and y. Radius square is the right side of the equal sign. The radius is square root of that quantity. We don't need the radius, we want the radius square. So if you use the shortcut, the next one is easy. The slope of the radius is -5/12. That tells us slope of the tangent line is +12/5. And the y-intercept of the tangent line is radius squared divided by y. So 169 divided by -5. That's a shortcut.
I was teaching them more everything. Can you repeat the trick?
The trick is first you need to find the slope using x and y. So slope of the radius is y/x. So this is you already know. That tells us the slope of the tangent line if we change the sign. So slope is same like before. Now for y-intercept, you don't have to do all this work. Why not? Because the y-intercept for the tangent line is this number divided by y. The equation of the tangent line is y equals 12/5x minus 169/5. That's the trick. But if you forget that, then you have to do all this work. Okay? So if we can remember this correctly, your life is easy. We cannot remember it correctly, your life is hard.
But wouldn't you have to show all the words I have full credit?
I told you the shortcut. So if you show me these, all the details, you're fine. But if you just tell me the answer, no.
So if we show you that, say on the final, are you reading the final? Okay.
So show all this, whatever I did here, that's your work. If you miss anything, no credit, okay? You have to show the details like I did. Everything on the right page. First, slope of the radius.
Wait, what did you show word for 9 like that?
Then how do I know what did you do? How would I know what did you do? If you don't show work. This is what I want. What's the slope of the radius? That tells us what the slope of the tangent line. And then the y-intercept with the tangent line. Show me this. It's the radius square over y. So I will know, oh, you remember your trick. But if you don't do anything and suddenly give me this, it's 0. Okay? Without showing me one, if you give me the final answer. Of course. Either you looked at your neighbors or you use Google. ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT.
Yo!
Okay. So if you want to do shortcut, please, I want all these details. Otherwise, do the longer method. No problem. If you don't show any work and suddenly give me this answer, I'll assume you use ChatGPT.
What if you're just like that?
Hmm?
What if maybe? What if you're?
In order to earn any point, you have to show me your thinking. If you don't show me your thinking style, why do you think you deserve my points? Right? I have to give you the points. So I have to judge your thinking style.
I can just my critical thinking. Not me. Not BLS.
Okay, any question? Any question on this? With this, we are done at 13.1. And now our last section of our syllabus, 13.3. Let's go to 13.3. Go ahead. Oh, there's one more concept I forgot. Huh? I don't know why not, but I look at the patterns and the pattern shows that it's the radius square over the y, not the radius over y. And you've seen the work, right? Look at the work. The formal method, how it's supposed to do, by doing all of this, what do you observe? It's that 85 over that 9. If you look at the previous one, by showing all this work, what do you see? What? I did something wrong here. What did I do wrong? This should be 25 over 4. Why do I have 5? Doesn't it work?
I'm gonna check with ChatGPT.
No. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Come on. 25 over 4. The answer should be 25 over 4.
It's supposed to be 25 over 4.
Exactly. So what is wrong here?
Wait, you did something wrong, man.
Well, she divided it. Oh, Professor, you divided the 4 over 2 instead of making it perpendicular.
Oh, 4 over 2. So
Yeah.
no. But still look at 4 and 2. Doesn't it work? But we checked last time. It worked for everything.
Which is negative a half.
Huh?
Okay, let me see. We have 4 over 2, which is 2. So it turns into negative 1/2. Oh, negative 1/2. So it's like negative 2 over 4. Okay, if you do negative 2 over 4, then we have 25 over 4. Why it doesn't work? Let me see. Y minus 4 equals negative 2 over 4 x minus 2. So y minus 4 negative 2 over 4x positive 4 over 4. And then we do plus 4 plus 4. 16 over 4. That is so weird. No, this is right answer. Oh, that's because 16 and 4. Oh, that's because there's a reason for that. You know what's the reason? This equation is wrong here. This point is wrong. Why this point is wrong? Because x squared plus y squared, the answer is supposed to be 25. If x is 2 and y is 4, what is 4 plus 16? 20. So this point is wrong. That's why it didn't work. But observe the other points. 2 square is 4, 9 square is 81, 81 plus 4 is 85. This equation is correct. The next one, we have 12 square, 144, 5 square is 25. When we add them, we get 169. This equation is correct. So the format is correct. The first one didn't work because the point is wrong. It's not on the circumference. So we have to fix the point. Let me fix it here so that in future I don't face the same problem. Point x is 2. Oh no, 2, 4 doesn't work. 3, 4 works. 3 square is 9 and 16 gives us 25. So it's 3, 4. I have the correct answer, but I have, probably I did. It was from long ago. So probably I did. It is this 3, 4. So this should be 3. 3. This should be 3/2. I'm just fixing it for the future, okay? 3/2, so this should be 25/4. Now it's correct. Okay. So the rule, the trend, the pattern we notice, this is the correct pattern. The y-intercept is the right side of the equal sign divided by the y value. And the last thing in 13.1 is distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points, either you can memorize or you can derive.
The last chapter is 14.
13.3.
No, I'm saying.
The last section for us is 13.3. So this is 13.1, and then we are going to do 13.3, and we are done. The syllabus. So we have, let's say we have x1. If you want to know how to derive, let's say we have a point here, which is x value x1, y value y1. And let's see another point here, which is x value x2 and y value y2. Now the distance, the direct distance between x1, the 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2, what we do is we take their vertical distance and horizontal distance. How much is this and how much is that? We observe them. So if you look at the red line and the 2 green line, we notice something, right? It's a right triangle. When you have a right triangle, we know c squared equals a squared plus b squared, right? So our c is square root of a squared plus b squared. What is a? It's the distance from x1 to x2. So x2 minus x1 square. What is b? It's the distance from the y's. So y2 minus y1. It is the square root. That's the distance formula. So it's basically the Pythagorean formula. It looks different. Now using this, there is, there actually 3 questions comes from 13.1. 2, the one is tangent line, one is center radius, and the third one is find the distance. And find the distance usually in the calculator part, usually, but not always. So to find the distance, you're going to do d equals square root of the x distance square, which is x2 minus x1 square. And you always have to add the y distance square. So y2 minus y1 square. Suppose this point is x1, y1, and this point is x2, y2. So what is the first number? What minus what?
6 plus 4.
6 minus minus 4, which is 6 plus 4. So we get 6 plus 4, 10 square. Negative 8 square.
Then 100 plus 60.
Mm-hmm. 164, and this is reducible. It's not I is when you get the negative of the square root. Distance can never be imaginary. But the answer always have to be positive. If you get something negative, that means something is wrong. Divisible by 4. So 4 goes to 164 how many times? 4 goes to 164. 4 goes to 16. 4 goes to 16 how many times? 4 goes to 16 4 times. And 4 goes to 4 once. Because the square root of the quantity. So it's 2 square root of 41. And if it says, if it's in the calculator portion, then you have to use the calculator to find out how much is this. If it's in the calculator portion. If it's not in the calculator portion, you stop there. Try the next one. And it says find the distance to the nearest 10th. So find the distance. And then you'll go to 13.3. Last section.
No. We just started.
We'll do review quiz day. So I'll try to make it over the weekend, this weekend. So we're gonna do short review on Tuesday. No, the review sheet. We're talking about the review sheet. From the end of exam 2 until 13.3. So it will be big exam.
I got a question for the quizzes. You said you were gonna count like only 4 or 5?
Whatever many we have, I'm gonna drop one of them. So how many I have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 4, and then I'm gonna give one Tuesday. So it'll be 5. I'm gonna count 4 of them.
Yes.
Huh?
Student in need of that 100 will pay.
If you already have 100 in the rest, let me see. Good. Do you have that? Good. What is the last name? Okay. You have 4 out of 4, 3 out of 3, 5 out of 5. But I don't have the grade for the last one. The grade for the last one, the exponent rules. How do you know? I didn't. I graded, but I didn't record that.
Give them the extra question.
Just take it because it will be helpful. You never know. At the end, probably if you are like very close to A minus, I'm gonna give you A minus because of that. Or if you're very close to A, if you're very close to A, but you have A minus, so I can just bump you up. 90 to 92. A minus is 90, 91, 92, 3. 92.9. From 90 to 92.9 is A minus. Exactly, I don't understand. A plus looks so true. Or at least it looks better, like A plus. It looks so cool. Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, 4 year college didn't give A plus. Okay, so did you find the answer?
Oh, what is 24 foot?
What minus what? What minus what square? For the x, guys, what minus what square? X2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So in our scenario, what minus what? No, we're doing x, right? Negative 3 minus minus 7 square, no problem. And then? Exactly, but you told me this way, so I was like, okay, let me go with that. Negative 7 minus minus 3 square. And then? Negative 5 minus 19 squares. So we get plus here. So negative 7 plus 3. So we get negative 4 square plus negative 24 square. MC says round to the nearest tenth. It means you're allowed to use the calculator. Nearest tenth. 16 plus. No, I'm saying like the direction says round to the nearest tenth. Means you're allowed to use the calculator. You don't have to use your brain. So what is 24 square? 500 what? 576. So square root of 592. 37. So 4 square root of 37. But the direction says go use a calculator and tell me the answer by rounding to the nearest tenth. So if you round here directly using calculator, what do you get? So this is for non-calculator. And for calculator, guys, for calculator, what is your answer?
What do you mean? Oh, how do you break it down?
He told me. Good. How did you know 16 and 37? Omar, how do you know?
How do we break down the 592 different? Fast, so we started off by 4, and then we tried 8, and then we tried 6. We knew it was like a pattern.
I knew it was divisible by 4, but then we realized we could this 4.
Oh, so it's divisible by 4, and then it's more divisible.
We kept trying them. 8, 16, 32. 32, we got 18.
So they started with 4, and they realized this is divisible by 4. But when you divide by 4, you still get an even number. You get an even number, see if it's divisible by a multiples of 4.
8, 16, 32.
Good method, actually. Wow.
We get extra points for that.
You are late today.
No, my first day ever.
What is, if you use calculator, what is square root of 592? Come on, guys. You guys are so lazy. 592 square root, we get 24.33. It is round to the nearest 10. Which one is 10th place? Yeah, based on your direction. Mhm. So this is 10th place, and this is 100th place. So you're rounding to here. So it's 24.3. So sometimes it comes in the calculator part. Sometimes it comes in the non-calculator part. For non-calculator, you have to reduce if it's reducible. For calculator, just use the calculator and find out the decimal. Of course. No, the quiz will be based on the circle. Circle and tangent line. Huh? No. I did graph with my other class and I hated it. Like, I seen so many weird shape, so many weird direction. Like, I'm done with graphs.
And because Robert, I guess you were going over the quiz. Well, he was giving us
Robert is not the reason you're failing.
Zero to the power zero is one. Okay, so new section.
Yo, pay attention.
New section and the last section, guys. This is the last new materials you're going to learn in this class, which is already kind of old because the two methods we are going to use here to solve is substitution and elimination. Do you remember those rules from chapter 4? Yes, no? Okay. 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. Did you do this in class?
Wait.
Substitution method, elimination method. Oh, you remember from summer? Oh. Okay. Okay. Wow. They're skipping so many things. But anyway, so the main goal here is to solve system of equations. And these system of equations could be linear, could be nonlinear. Linear means two lines, and nonlinear means many other types of functions. For example, you may have a circle and a line, and they ask you to find the solution, means where they intersect. Or they may give you a parabola and a line, and then they'll tell you what the solution, means where they intersect. Or they may give you a parabola and a circle, and they tell you what's the solution, means how many times they intersect. Okay. So this is the idea behind solving non-linear system of equations. And in order to solve them, we are going to use two methods. One is called substitution method. We use substitution method when you have one variable already alone on one side of the equal sign. For example, here, we have two equations, y equals x squared and 2x plus y equals 15. Now, y equals x squared is a parabola, and x plus y, this is a line. So this is the scenario. We have a parabola and a line. So we're supposed to have two solutions. If you have one solution, that means something is wrong, okay? Yes. In this situation. So the substitution method says, substitute one variable with an equation. So here we have y equals x squared. We are going to replace this y with this x squared. So it's called substitution, means you're substituting one variable with something new. So we take the second equation, 2x plus y equals 15. But we're not going to write y. Instead of y, we are going to write this x squared. Because y is x squared. And now we have x squared plus 2x equals 15. So it's a quadratic equation. So you have two methods. If it's factorable, you factor. If it's not factorable, you use quadratic formula. But in order to do that, we must bring 15 from right to the left. So x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Is it factorable? Two numbers multiply to negative 15, combine to positive 2. Positive 5, negative 3. So we have x plus 5 equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0, negative 5, and positive 3. These are the x values. But we need to know the y values. Because see here, these are points.
5 and 25. 3.
Good job. So to find the points, we need to know the y values. Our y is x squared. So if one of the x is negative 5, our y is negative 5 squared, which is 25. So the point we get from here, points, it looks like 6. The point is x value negative 5, y value 25. This is one solution. Our next solution is x equals 3. So our y is 3 squared, which is 9. So our second solution is x value 3, y value 9. So how do we write this? We write solution negative 525, positive 39.
In this case,
So you have two solutions, and we suppose you have two solutions. You can verify with the graph how many solutions you're supposed to have, and then you can check with the algebra. Is there anybody who is lost because we did it too fast? No? Now the second method is called elimination method. Another name for elimination method is addition
I
method.
love this method.
Me too, it's my favorite method. In elimination method, we eliminate one variable and work with the other variable. Blah, 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 blah. For example, here, we have x squared minus y equals 3, and we have 2x squared plus y equals 9.
Can I do the whole thing, please?
So,
No.
but hold on. So we have, this is a parabola, and this is also a parabola. What? This is an upside down parabola. No, not upside down. This is an upward parabola. This is an upside down parabola. So we have two parabolas. We're supposed to get two solutions. Now, elimination means we are going to eliminate one of the variable, either the x or the y. So in order to eliminate, we have to have the same coefficient with different sign. So Terence, what do you do?
Just set it up as a equation over each other. So you subtract the y's and you can move out the y.
We can do that.
Add x, so you get 3x squared equals, and you also add the other side of the equation sign, which is 12.
But first, you're going to add the two equations. If we add the two equations, what happens? We have plus y and minus y, they cancel out. So we eliminated the y. When we eliminate the y, we get x squared plus 2x squared. That gives us 3x squared. And on the other side, you have 3 plus 9, which is 12. And then we just have to solve for x. The two variables turn into one variable equation. We divide by 3. We get x square equals 4. Square root. So x equals. How many solutions are we supposed to have? 2. So we're supposed to have 2 of them. So x equals to -2 and x equals to +2. For each x, we have to have a separate y.
And then you choose the easiest equation.
Which one is easiest? The
The
first
positive one. Wait, no, and low-key might be suspect. Positive all over. Do you guys really want to subtract them? Why? No, the second one, yeah. Because then you have to reconsider all the signs and shit. And yeah, too much work. That's smart, dude. Can we do the second one, please?
Okay. So we have 2x squared plus y equals 9. Is subtract that y equals 9 minus 2x squared. We are having a very good time. So 9 minus 2 times -2 squared, which is 9 minus 2 times 2. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
So 9 minus 16.
Man, shut up.
What is 9 minus 16? -5.
Am I right? I'm not bad.
Sorry, 7, not 5.
Hold up, wait a minute.
So 2 square, our x is -2, which is 4. Oh, 4 times 2, sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 times 4. It's 4 times 2, it is 8. Which is,
Yeah. Yes, come on, lock in. Trick me. I'm tripping that.
so it is 1.
No, but wait. I did it differently though. Why you doing all that? Wait.
So I solve for y first.
Oh, but you can break it down for the rest of the class. Not
All I did was just put tomorrow. Okay. If I still give the food, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So we have y equals 9 minus 2x squared. So y equals 9 minus 2 times 2 squared. Y equals 9 minus 2 times 4. Y equals 9 minus 8. So y equals 1. So you have the same y value for both x values. And see, look at the graph. Not always. So our solution, we write as a point format. When x is -2, how much is the y? 1. And when x is +2, how much is the y? 1. So this is our solution. So we learned both methods, substitution and elimination. We are done. We have a few questions, but we're going to do them in our next class. Yeah.
So that's it? Wow, great.
So in our next class, we are going to do a few more examples. Maybe we can do some homework questions from 13.3. Where we can do a little review and you can enjoy your, what, if you're done tomorrow, they will decide. So have a good weekend, guys. Not tomorrow, in our next class. Be safe. Don't forget to do all of your homework.
We have to go to see, because I.